Welcome back to the channel, my freedom loving 2A supporting patriots. So I'm back with a video here, and I wanted to make a kind of a comparison video between a couple of Aero Precision's rails. So on the bottom here we have my new AR-15 Quantum Handguard, and on the top we have the AR-15 Enhanced Handguard Generation 2. So both these handguards are made to fit Aero Precision's Enhanced Upper, which is amazing. It's an amazing setup and lockup, and I absolutely love it. This is the one I'm currently running right here, and when I purchased my Olight Odin, I wasn't real thrilled with how I had to mount it on there. So basically I ended up having to mount it at the 3 o'clock position here, but I really wanted to mount it at the 1:30 position. So as you can see on the Aero Precision rail here, you got your pick rail on the top, and it's drilled out real nice to help save some weight. And then weight saving cuts there on the side, and then you got your M-LOK at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock position. So I really wanted to be able to mount my Olight Odin at the 1:30 position, and that was just not doable with this rail. And I couldn't get any offset mounts due to it being such a fat handguard. These are pretty fat handguards. I believe the inner dimensions are, I think it's 1.78 inches, so you can run a suppressor underneath. So I just want to go over some of the comparisons here. The Quantum I just picked up is going to give you M-LOK galore. So you can see, you got M-LOK at 12, 133, what was that, 430, 6, you know, etc. all the way around. So it gives you 8 sides to lock M-LOK mounting on. It has no Picatinny rail. This is the top here, as you can see. It does come with a little piece here, little pick rail, and you can see the little groove on the back that lines up there. So you can mount a backup iron up front there, which I will be using. And so with this handguard, it gives you a lot more possibilities of what you can do as far as your build and your setup goes, which I do like about it. One thing that I'm not going to like about this is it is a little bit heavier of a rail, which I'll go ahead and weigh them here in just a second for you. And then the enhanced handguard has that pick rail on the top, you know, so you got all that space already. And one thing I do like about it is a little bit lighter, and it gives you a QD mount for your sling at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock as well, where you don't have that with the Quantum. So I'm going to have to order a little M-LOK QD mount for my sling on there. So I wished on here they would have added those little QD mounts, but they didn't. So I'll have to pick one of those up. Okay, so as far as weights go, you guys, we'll do the Enhanced Handguard Gen 2 first. So there it is there, 10.8, and then your 8 screws that lock into your Enhanced Upper, coming in at 11.1. Get rid of that. And then our Quantum, it's going to be a little bit heavier, like I said. It's coming in at 14.1 ounces. And then if you want to go ahead and run that front pick, little pick rail, we're coming in at 14.5 ounces. Alright, so here's a quick look at my current upper. It's a 14.5 inch barrel with the 15-inch handguard like the other two I just showed. And just kind of a quick look at the setup. SI linked curved foregrip. The Odin, as you can see, is mounted there at 3 o'clock, and we're going to raise that up to 1:30 with the Quantum. And then you have your Magpul backup iron up front there. And what I like about these handguards is, you know, they're a little fatter, you gain a little weight from them, but you can run that suppressor underneath, which I absolutely love. So we'll pull that out real quick, let you look at it. Probably a lot of you won't be running suppressors. And so that's a look at the current setup. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this all over to the Quantum, and I'll be right back and show you what it looks like on there. Figure I'd give you a quick look at the Aero Precision Enhanced Upper here. So that's all one solid piece which is why I absolutely love this system. It's such a solid lockup system. I mean, it's bomb-proof and foolproof. You don't have to time nothing, and it just makes life a lot easier. You can get these handguards for mil-spec receivers, and then get the barrel nut that goes with mounting it that way, but I'm a huge fan of these Aero Precision enhanced steppers. Alright, so we got it all together here, you guys, as you can see. A couple things I like about it already that I'll go over versus the Gen 2 enhanced handguard is without that pick rail, because it is a fatter rail, you can get a lot better C-clamp on this. So I'm liking that. If that's how you like to run, I know a lot of people kind of do thumbs forward. I do some of both, but I like the C-clamp. Still gives me access to the flip up M-bus, and then my pressure pad as well. So I'm happy with how that turned out. A couple issues I did run into. Because there is no pick rail, I had to run an M-LOK mount, as you can see underneath there. And it's a little cheap kit I got a while back off of, I think it's Fireland or Fiachi. One of those, and I've had them on my other guns, and they've held up well, but they come with super long screws. So those screws were hitting the gas tube. So I had to go ahead and grind down those screws, use the Dremel and cut them off in order to get that rail to fit without hitting the gas tube. And my other big issue I ran into is I'm using the supplied rail up front for the M-bus that Aero Precision sends you, and it wouldn't clear the M-bus. So if you can see underneath it there, I had to really grind it down in order to be able to get it to still flip up, because it wasn't clearing it. And then finally got that grind down on both sides enough to work, you know, after some off and on, so I could take off the least amount possible. Got it on there so it was working, and then put on the air socket mount and the Odin, and then that mount raises up enough underneath there that it wouldn't flip again. So I don't know how well this will pick up on camera. I'll flip it around there. I had to chop off that entire piece there using a little saw, and so I chopped it off. I mean, as you can see, it functions fine. I'm not going to lose any functionality out of it because of the light being there, so I won't be using that side anyway. So I was okay with that, but just kind of a pain in the butt, something I wasn't expecting, you know, thus making everything take a little bit longer. But I'm really happy with where the flashlight's mounted and this new rail. Overall, both are excellent handguards. So hopefully this will help some of you see some pros and cons out there, and be able to make an easier decision based on how you want to run things. And yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions or comments on it, you know, feel free to reach out. I always do my best to answer all of them whenever possible. I don't always get the notifications for them. And it gets that flashlight out nice and far with that air socket mount. Without the can on there, that's what it looks like. So that's all I got, you guys. Thanks as always for watching. I appreciate you. God bless.